All right, welcome everybody. Today's video, we're over here by Bang Wa BTS and the MRT station. We're in the old part of the city and we're down on the canal. So we're going to take a canal boat tour today and we're going to see some of the old route of the Chaophraya River. Back in the old days, the Chaophraya kind of went a little different way around inside of Bangkok here. And we're going to kind of explore it with a little tour that we're on. I found a free tour that's kind of cool. So it's at the best price. So we're going to take this little tour and we're going to see some things like the Wat Intharam. We're going to see the Artisans Village, and we're supposed to see like a shadow puppet show at this floating market and see some other stuff. So hopefully we'll have a good day. So let's see. So here is the canal. You see over here, here's a boat that's had better days and a little repair shop with a little kitchen and stuff. And then we have some canals. And then over here is the new like MRT, BTS stuff. And then part of the canal also. And some of the big boats. And there's a like a ferry line that goes up and down this canal. I've never been like on the ferry itself. So I'm gonna have to come back down here another day and check this out. Got one of the local boats going by. You can see they got the big old huge motor with no exhaust, so these are quite loud. Here's the meeting point right down here by the pier. This is the Bang Wa Pier. They give you like a little coupon for lunch and a little snack for breakfast. And we'll get on the boat here pretty quick. So here's the tour. Here's the little tour director. So there's going to be about 100 people here on the tour. This is something sponsored by the Chalom district. This is the big boats we're going on. So there's going to be 3 boats. So it's a pretty big group today. All right, so let's get on the boat. We're on boat number 2. And here's the big motor, Nissan diesel. Find a good spot to sit. All right, so here's our little guides, and then up here is where the pilot's going to sit. Now, over here they have some street murals and stuff like that that show kind of the history of the Chalom district. All right, and away we go. There's three boats going, and we have our tour guides up here. They're talking on the microphone. Now we get to see the local canals. So this is 8:30 in the morning and the tour will finish at 3:30 this afternoon. So we have a long day of looking around to do. Should be a great time. Some of the sights along the canal. So our first stop along the tour is going to be Wat Intharam, which is a temple by King Taksin from the Thonburi era. It's where his ashes are. Also, the royal consort are buried there. Through the trees. Nice view of Wat Intharam. We'll eventually make our way over there to this temple and look around. So we're on the Bangkok Canal. And this is Wat Intharam over here. Yeah, this right here should be, yeah, that's a nice view right there. You can see the houses and stuff on the canal. Some Chinese writing on that house. All their clothes. And their dog.
ตรงนั้นเป็นแผ่นดินในสมัยอยุธยาแสงน้ำเนี่ยมันก็เปลี่ยนทิศทางมันไม่เข้าบางกอกน้อยแล้วนึกภาพตรงสะพานปิ่นเกล้าใช่ไหมแต่เดินแม่น้ำเราจะเลี้ยวเข้าทางศรีราชเข้าบางกอกน้อยแล้วก็อ้อมออกบางกอกใหญ่
Selling his wares out here on the river.
ฮัลโหลก็คือคลองเป็นแม่น้ำและแม่น้ำกลางคลองลัดเก็บรู้จักไหมคลองลัดเก็บ
Thonburi Pier.
ไหว้พระสักการะสมเด็จพระเจ้าตากสิน
Now, if you stay on this canal, it'll eventually run into the Chaophraya River, a new bend of the Chaophraya.
ฮัลโหล
We have a market over in here.
วันนี้มาเดี๋ยวเราใช้เสียงสดง่ายกว่าเดี๋ยวให้ถึงวัดก่อนที่เขาตลาดวัดจันทร์นะ
More of the market.
ตลาดปู
This is in the Talaplu area.
ก็จริงๆแล้วเป็นเพราะอะไรเพราะเนี่ยแหละแล้วก็อย่างที่ปลูกอ่ะ
So here's going to be our first stop at Wat Intharam.
ทำให้ปูตรงนั้นเนี่ยเป็นป่า
This is a fantastic temple, but we're only going to be here for about 10 minutes. And here's the other boat, so we'll anchor right off to the side and then cross over.
ไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวคนเรือเขาอยู่ตลอด
And right back here is the temple we're going to. So we're at Wat Intharam Pier, and this is the canal here that we were just on. And we're going to look around at this temple really quick. And then we're going to walk from here to the next temple. So this is Wat Intra. This is where King Taksin and his royal consort, or their ashes, are interned. Then you have one of the old buildings over here, and then this little shrine. Yeah, I've done a video from this one. This is a fantastic temple. Here's a statue of King Taksin. And then in here, this is where the Thais come over to pray and make merit. It's kind of a cool little building. So you take your shoes off to come in here. And then they stick the gold leaf and everything on. Then you have the statue of King Taksin right there. And there's a ton of incense burning in this little room. Yeah, this hall's locked up, so we won't be able to see in there. They were renovating it last time I came over, so they're probably still doing something. So you can see all around here. And here's the Chetties. And the town or the city has just kind of grown all up around this temple. Over here's the shrine and one of those other little buildings. Oh, that guy's mad. So let's go into this temple. We got some monks over here doing some stuff. Let's look inside this hall. This temple is fantastic. We don't have a whole lot of time here. Looks like we got a ceremony going on. We have a shrine here for King Taksin. And then back behind it is one of the big halls. And this one over here. This temple is fantastic. It's really nice. It's a royal temple. It's not a first-class temple, but it was King Taksin's favorite temple. And I have done a video from here, so maybe I'll try to pin a comment with some of these temples in it that I've visited. All right, let's stick our head in this building here, this ordination hall. This is where the novice monks come over and have the ceremony when they're initiated into the monkhood. Yeah, this is a really, really nice hall. So you can see the main Buddha in this hall here. And this is where the monks do the ceremonies, right here on this little platform. And it's just a cavernous building with the red and gold ceiling. And it looks like the columns are getting a little faded, so they'll need to come in here and renovate this here in a little while. There probably originally was like murals and stuff like that on the walls, but there's not anymore. This is in front of that ordination hall. So there's 4 little buildings here with different stuff in them. One of them has a cool pose of the Buddha, and this is the ordination hall. And it has these big Khmer style chetties right there, and then one more over here on the other side of the ordination hall. And then it has the shrines and stuff like that all around, some Chinese shrines. And there's 4 of these little tiny buildings. One of them has the pose of the Buddha in the coffin. I think there's a reclining Buddha and a couple others. Let's look inside this one really quick. So you can see the reclining Buddha right here. And it has some old murals and stuff like that still on the walls. It has big chetties all here across the front. And this is the main road over here that goes through Thonburi. We didn't come in on the road, we came in on the boat this time, so we missed out on all the traffic. And then this hall here has a little tiny Buddha, I believe, inside. Yeah, this one right here. So it has a small little Buddha that you can climb up there, and then it has a Buddha footprint right there in front of it. And you can see some more of the murals that are still on this walls. Yeah, this is a fun little temple here. You can see this chetty here has the giants along the base, and then this is building number 3. This is the one that has an unusual pose. You don't see this very often. This one here has the death pose. So this is Buddha in the coffin, and then you have the 3 disciples here, and some more of the murals. These are really faded in this little hall, but you can still see them. Now, I've seen only 3 of these. There might be more, so if anybody knows where there's some more of these, let me know in a comment and I'll go take a look at them. And let's go to the 4th building. You see another one of the chetties here, and then that 4th little building is right in front of us. And then here is one of the big chetties, and here's that little obosot that we first saw that little ceremony going on. This one here looks like it's faded a little bit on the bottom, but it has another reclining Buddha inside. So here is the reclining Buddha. So the 2 reclining Buddhas face towards each other, and this looks like it's actually made out of wood. And then some more of the murals. All right, so we'll take one more last look here at this courtyard. Now over here is some more of the stuff for the temple and some other parts of Thonburi. I think that's where all the monk quarters and stuff are, is back in there. All right, let's go to our next stop. Yeah, this is the famous part of this temple. This is King Taksin's ashes, and then that's the royal consort's ashes inside of these chetties. Okay, so we're gonna walk through the Talat Plu area. Now the next temple will be one of King Taksin's favorite soldiers. One of his most trusted soldiers. He's buried at this next temple. This is the little market set up so everybody can get over here and get something to eat. So they do the butchering here of the sausages. And then their houses are just right here next to this little market. It's got some interesting odors. We'll walk over the canal. And here's the canal. So we're going to come into this little market. Oh, that's loud. So we're going to come into this market that we saw from over on the boat. And it's just a fresh market, so you have all the produce, everything that the people they get for cooking at home, stuff like that. This may be a market I have to come over and explore a little bit more in detail. We're just walking through it today to go to the next place on the tour. All the chicken, here's some crab and some fish. And in places like this, it always has a fishy smell. and then you see the water on the ground. So you walk through here and you kind of splash that up on your feet, and you'll smell a little fishy after you leave these fresh markets like this. All the normal stuff you see. And then you can hear motorcycles and see them coming, shooting through here. Oranges, bananas. Now we're going to go into this temple. Now this temple is pretty cool. It has two Buddhists that are facing each other. Okay, so this is Wat Intharam, I believe. And this was built by King Taksin's most trusted advisor or his favorite soldier.